Revenues have gone down by about 6%. Net profit, though, has gone up by about 32%. Gautam Jain, who's the CMD of Pokarna, now joins us on the show. Great to have you with us. First up, let's talk about your top line that has gone down by 6% on a Y-on-Y basis. So what exactly has led to this weakness?
The top line has come down in granite segment of the business because of the tough competition coming in from Brazilian market in the US market due to their currency devaluation. So, and also a little bit of operation in the granite quarrying division. But overall in quartz there is a growth compared to the quarter financial year 16. There's a growth of almost 20%. So overall, yes, the overall top line is down by 6%.
Closer at your numbers, your interest costs have declined 14% on year and about 22% sequentially. Has there been a significant reduction in your debt levels, and what does your consolidated debt level stand at currently?
Yes, this is mainly because repayment to the banks, the interest has been coming down. The consolidated debt, to be honest, I don't have the ready number because I'm actually out right now. But it has come down by about 10% in the overall debt, together with quartz as well as granite.
The debt reduction plan for the end of the year, how much do you plan to offset debt by?
We will be, of course, the debt actually will not be coming down because we propose to take some more expansion in granite division, which is underway. So the debt overall, if you look at the end of financial year 17, may not come down much. But we propose to reduce our interest by converting the existing loan to foreign currency loans. That's on the plan now.
Okay.
Because our main income is from foreign exports, dollar currency. So we are looking at converting the existing loans to foreign currency loan because we have natural hedge.
Okay. Now, while your quartz segment did quite well in the quarter gone by, the granite segment witnessed significant weakness with a 30% decline, like you were mentioning. If you can tell us what led to this weakness and what's your outlook on this segment going forward?
Basically, the U.S. market, there was resistance for granite for some time because of the lot of material from Brazil dumped in the U.S. market, and that's where we mostly operate. But also there were some operational reasons in the quarries because in granite division, turnover also is part of the quarrying operations. So the new area development takes some time, and it is frequently the development execution doesn't happen simultaneously. So during this period, there were a lot of development activities in the quarries.
What surfaces segment has been dominating your revenue mix? Do you think that the revenue mix will change going forward?
Of course, the future belongs to quartz business definitely, but granite will more or less will remain not very high growth like quartz, but continue to be stable. But quartz is going to grow more in future.
And what is the capacity expansion going on in the quartz segment?
It's still not finalized. It is in the process right now. And once it is finalized, we will let everybody know about it.
Your EBITDA margins have come in higher this time around. Will they sustain at around the 33% mark?
Yeah, more or less, because there is a product mix again in quartz. It makes three different thicknesses, 12 mm, 20 mm, and 30 mm. So the margin depends on what thicknesses are more made during that period, and then also different price point products are manufactured in quartz factory. So more or less should remain the same.
Mr. Jain, we let you go on that. Thank you very much for taking time out.
Thank you.
And sharing those important numbers as well as data points for us to watch out for. Well, that's the management of Pokarna. This one too is pretty subdued in today's session. In fact, trending lower, losing about 2.5%. But let's get back to buy now, sell now. Introduce our guest who will be joining in with their top trading recommendations. On the technical side, we have Krish Subramaniam, Kunal Bothra, Gaurav Ratnaparki, as well as Manish Sharma. With a fundamental perspective, we are joined by Sharmila Joshi. And to share some commodity ideas, we have Kunal Shah with us of Nirmal Bang Commodities. First up, take a look at the markets. And just as we speak, the markets have staged a smart recovery in the green zone, higher in trade by about just marginal 0.1%, 85.86, but at least they are in the positive zone. The Sensex is well, gaining about 0.25%, and the broader markets as well, moving in tandem with the benchmarks. In terms of some stock-specific action, well, it's Eicher Motors that's doing extremely well. One of the top gainers on Nifty 50, gaining a good 2%. Tata Power following suit. It's Ida Cellular as well that's perched up in today's session, gaining about 2%. RIL, Lupin as well as TCS are exhibiting some strong moves. On the downside though, it is Bank of Baroda that looks extremely weak, 8.5% of a downtick coming in there. It's Grasim as well as Sun Pharma that are extremely sluggish in today's session, losing about 3.5 to 2.5%. Z Entertainment, Tata Motors, DVR, Yes Bank, all these stocks are looking extremely weak in today's session. Move on then and get in a perspective on the market as well as some trading recommendations from Krish Subramaniam as well as Sharmila Joshi. They both join us on the show. Good morning to both of you. Krish, up first, would like to know your thoughts on the markets. You know, the markets clearly have recovered from the day's low. And is this the only direction you expect the markets to take from here on?
Yeah, broadly, I think what we are seeing is the heavyweight banking sector, which is having a huge negative impact on the market